Morning crew, welcome back to a new video. This is going to be a pretty sick one. I'm going to be walking you through step by step how to shape a board, or how I do it. There's lots of different techniques out there, everyone does it a little bit differently, but if this is your first time shaping a board, this is going to be an awesome video. Or if you just want to see the process start to finish, this is the place for you. We're going to be shaping a 6'10" long fish today, and the first step is we're lining it up on the CNC machine. We're going to get it cut and shape it. With the shaping side of things, I'll give you a few tips when we get into the bay, but pretty much go for your life, and then glassing will walk you through it. Let's get into it. All right, so in the CNC machine, now the CNC machine runs with a big spinning blade there, and we then have this mechanism which moves back and forth along this belt drive. We vacuum the board on there, we fit the surfboard file that we want in our blank through software, and then we cut the board. We'll probably send your file to a shaper if you're going to do it this way that has a machine, or otherwise hand shape the board. So we'll get some shots of the machine running, and then we'll get into the shaping bay. So this is our little vacuum. We have to whack this thing on, and then we turn off the lights and line the laser up with the board. So there's the laser. The board is vacuumed on. We're now in here in the computer room. So here's our board here. Click the deck, because we're doing the top of the board first, and then open that up. And so here it is. Now we're going to home these two, the X and the Z, making sure everything's still lined up with the laser. Micro adjustments, checking that our stand is down so we don't get hit. And then we're going to click go and make sure it hits, and we'll get some clips of it cutting the board. Now we're going to flip it over and CNC on. Alrighty, board is now cut, so now we're in the shaping bay, and I just wanted to run you through a few tools that are my favourites to use when shaping a board. Everything from Shapers Manufacturing Co. They're up on the Goldie, ship Australia-wide, actually ship worldwide, and they have just got the best tools. So this is one of my favourites. You can see it's getting a bit indented, so now it's like a perfect size for my hand. I've got a rail shaper which I created, and I think the angle on this one might be like 65 degrees, and this I can run across my bottom rail to get the tuck. So something like that is really handy. Otherwise you can just use a block, you eyeball it, be a little bit more careful, but this is one of my favourite tools. We have obviously some different grits of sandpaper. Soft pads, really good for that final sand. Bendy one, good for getting your concaves in. This has a deep single into double, and then a firm brick when you just, if you need to use this. Most of the time I don't really need to use that. And then of course a planer for down your stringer. Last but not least, pull a 120 over my rails, and then it holds a little bit more resin, so the rails are nice and strong on your board. Yeah, let's get into shaping this sucker. Okay, now for the fin positioning, we have some flyers here, and the flyers are, if I measure from the back of the tail, the flyers are, I put them just 8 up from the back, which are probably about 9 up from the front. Now twin fins usually sit in between 7 to 9 zone, so for these ones I'm actually going to put the boxes just about here, and the back of the fin is going to come over the flyer. So fin there, and we'll have a little box for a trailer back here, for a little sucker for when the waves get consequence. Right, whacked the fin boxes in, and so they're all curing. Now we're going to pre-tape our rack and then get to glassing the bottom. We're going to do a cut lap on this absolute beauty. So we've got a little tool out to draw the line around, and then we tape it, seal her all up, give her a blow off, and get to laminating. Okay, got the rice paper logos and the dimensions. Fin boxes are taped up. Just gonna pull some 6 Oz cloth for the bottom, droop it over, cut the lap, and then glass it.
Through the redwoods, laying your back upon the windshield. Can you feel it yet? Wrapping your head around it till you break your neck. That is my purpose, that is my North Star, that is my echo, that is my reason. And I ask myself, how could I ever forget? Chilly evenings, the itching feeling, the need to let go, the need to feel this, the need to fix things, to give life all that I have left. Haven't seen another like it, haven't even tried. I want the same thing for my friends, myself, my family, and I wanna feel that I'm along for the drive.
Alright, lamb done. The UV has kicked, you can hear it. And that's the perfect time to do the cut lap. So I pulled it out just a little bit premature, just so I could do the cut lap. If you let UV resin cure for too long, cutting this lap's gonna be really hard and it's gonna come out messy. So a little tip is to do the cut lap when it's probably like 80% cured, maybe even 70. Let's cut around this sucker and then we'll do the top coat. Yo! Alright, cut lap is done, and now we have laid the next layer of 6 Oz cloth, which is going to be going over the board. We're going to free lap this one so there's no taping underneath.
Very white world with high yellow girls get more love in the club than these black pearls. That's conditioning we fall victim of. Hard to smile in front of mirrors when I'm looking up. And this is the age. I am an antidote. I am forever dope. I am Ionesca flow. Cause the world changed, transform. New Testament, and all. They all fall in line to get the new. But that's old news next year. Boo-boo. Era of the Lexuses, mobile gas Pegasus. Keep my cipher complete negligent of how them shits was made. It's probably China, Supper Kids, Toys R Us. Just a reminder, I
want you to fall down. You just
Okay, so we've taped up the board and we've got it down at the back, taped up the fin boxes, grinded everything down. So it's time for the bottom hot coat or filler coat, adding some wax and styrene to the resin and some hardener, and we kick this, pull the tape, and then we sand the board and it's all done. So last step, so keen, let's get into it. Alright, so I just gave this thing a little wet rub and it's come up and finished up really, really nice, really smooth. This is my Vectra model and it's pretty much your do-it-all board for any condition, any day. Whether it be tiny, this thing's got the length that it will paddle in. But if it's bigger, you've got those really tucked low rails, refined tail, concaves, and yeah, pulled in tail that it's going to get you in early on the big days and hold that line. So yeah, can't wait to get some clips on it. Definitely subscribe to see the full board review and the clips come out for this one. If you made it this far, thank you so much for getting through this video. Can't wait to get this thing in the water. We'll see you next time. Cheers for watching, guys.